Well, here we have it. The CJ5 is home in the garage. I have my brother Ryan here. He just waved, you can't see him though. But what we're gonna do is work on pulling the engine. We kind of went over everything that needs done. And so it's gonna be easier just to pull the engine. So we're gonna get after that. I'll be taking off the headers. He was pulling off a lot of electrical stuff. And see if we can get it pretty well unbolted today. We have to pull the dipstick off for the headers to come out. So the dipstick, and then I might be able to just wiggle it out, unless we might have to remove the steering linkage as well.
You may just be able to leave the headers and just slide it past.
Keep on. So we have the exhaust manifolds off. We have all the electrics unplugged. I'm gonna take the carb off. Ron, what are you working on other than being cameraman?
Pulling the coil off.
You're pulling the coil off. All right, I'll keep on with the carb. Why is there a reason why there's washers
Under spacers.
Oh, so does this have, this was a different intake then, or a different
Carburetor?
carb?
Probably not. They probably put studs in it and that's what they had. Just put longer bolts in it and be done. You got lifting eyes that'll either bolt to the carburetor plate or we'll just run lifting eyes stud to stud and pull it that way.
Okay. Sweet.
But we can start. See where my finger's pointing right here? Start pulling the bell housing bolts.
What is that, like a
9/16 probably.
You think so? I thought it'd be a little bigger.
Could be half.
You're right. It is a 9/16. Sure. it's like 9:30 or so. Yesterday you saw, I think it was yesterday, you saw my brother and I start pulling everything off the engine, getting it ready to be pulled out. So this morning I ran over to my dad's shop, grabbed his cherry picker as well as an engine stand. I'm gonna start getting these chains mounted up here on the intake, and we're gonna try lifting it off today. It's just me and Toby, I'm sure you saw, but I have 2 bolts on this side, 2 on the other side, and hopefully I don't break anything. It's coming. So yeah, right here, this plug and the other side are both out. Got a negative out of the way now. Oh my gosh, come on. These things don't roll very great, I'll tell you that. Gosh, come on. Woo! That's an engine right there. I got the clutch off, and I got 3 of the 6 bolts out for the flywheel, and once we get those 3 out, I can mount it to the engine stand. I need to go get a breaker bar because these bolts are tight, and I don't have one. So go get some tools from the old Harbor Freight and see if I can get this flywheel off today. If we can get it on the freaking stand. I can start tearing into this thing. It needs cleaned, as you can see, but Toby's supervising, and we'll go from there. I sprayed some penetrating oil in the back of this, where the belt housing bolts go. I went and picked up some new bolts because the other ones were looking pretty bad. But in the meantime, I also got a tap. I'm gonna try cleaning out the threads on the back of this block so I don't strip out anything, and try getting it mounted to the engine stand. We're gonna attempt to tap at this and see how it goes. We got the engine off the cherry picker. I'm gonna start tearing these heads. You guys didn't see it, but I did vacuum and scrape a bunch of the dirt that was built up on top of the engine. All right, so now it's time to remove these valve covers. Kind of see what we got going on. These are a 3/8 bolt. They should hopefully all. I'll take them out with the impact. I just want to make sure I don't snap anything. off by hand. I know what they all feel like. There we go. The gasket you can see just disintegrating in my hand. So definitely need to replace that. I'm gonna have to order that online. We just put that on the other side for now and wrap off this other side, see what we got going on. So I got the distributor bracket off, or mounting clamp. It was held on by 9/16 right there. And that holds the distributor down. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure, I believe I just pull it straight up. So that's what we're gonna try doing. So, this distributor seems pretty corroded on here. I bet it's going to be a pain in the... See if this helps. They had the valve cover off and they were turning over the engine till number 1 opens, and I think it aligns it, but I'm still totally not sure. Maybe if I keep going. All right, there's, I believe this is 1, 2, 3. All right. I still can't get this distributor off. So what I'm gonna do is take this 9/16 and remove all these bolts holding this intake on. And it's taking a little bit of work because they are freaking tight. But they'll come. I can ensure you that. Now that we got all the bolts removed, it's time to take off the intake. Oh. Put it here for now. First real look. Wow. Let's see if I remove this. Voila. know, there's still oil in it. I'm gonna go drain that oil, see if metal chunks are in or. All right, we have the oil draining, and actually, I'm not seeing a lot of sparklies or anything like that, other than what the oil's putting out. I haven't seen any big chunks off, as well as the drain plug right there didn't have any metal on it. I don't know if it's a magnetic one, but I didn't see any metal on it, which I know would be a bad sign. 2 days? Something like that since I've talked to you guys last. Today we are installing the freeze plugs. I actually did do one side just so I didn't look completely dumb showing you guys how to do the other side, because I've never done it before. But what we're going to be doing is cleaning up the surface rust around this side, and then installing this freeze plug. So I'll get the camera set up and get ready to show you guys. Scrubbing this inside of this freeze plug. Clean it up as much as I can. I'm using this gasket compound, and I have a 27mm socket that fits just right over this plug, so I can tap it in with that. Alright, I'm going to coat it very liberally, get a little more on there, and then do the inside. Alright, I'll line it up, take my socket and hammer and start tapping it in. You know, that looks pretty dang good. All right, as you can see, I have one set of heads or one set of the head off. I have all the rockers. They're all loosened up. And then once I take those off, I've been putting them in order on my workbench. Then we will remove the push rods, which I've already inspected this side, and they look like they're all straight. So this is what it looks like, all torn down on that 204 or 304. The cylinder walls actually don't look bad at all. So I'm going to clean up these little areas that have the rust. I believe that's where the coolant might flow through, but I'm assuming they only had water in it because that's why these freeze plugs are out. But I'm going to get to cleaning out this rust and take off this other set of heads, or this other head, so I can give them to my brother for him to wash those as well. This is what they look like after they've been washed in a heated pressure cabinet. So there we go. I'm getting it done, one step at a time. I need to take this off. It's getting freaking dirt everywhere. I am keeping these in order from how they came out. And this is my last set. before I get after the head bolts. Oh my gosh. And I do believe there is a torque pattern for these when I put it back on. But as long as this cylinder's good, or all these cylinders are going to be good, I'm going to go inside and order all the gaskets I need, the complete set for the heads, as well as, well, I guess just a complete set overall. That'll get me everything. And I'm hoping within a week we can get this bad boy slapped back in. And hopefully be able to fire it up. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. That one was easier. And last one. Oh my gosh. We're coming slowly. I wouldn't think it should be that tight. Let's give her another shot. Oh, there we go. And those are all in with 5/8. So I'm gonna hook up my impact and just move them the rest of the way. See if we can get this head off. Put it over here. Clean up some of my crap. One just to thread it in apparently. And we're out. Maybe I'll just remove them all. There we go. I'm not seeing any scarring or blown up pistons. Nothing's just wobbling around, so that's a good sign. But I think in the meantime, while I wait to drop off these heads at my brother's, I'm gonna strip down the rest of the front, get this water pump off, try getting the distributor, but you guys won't see that. We got the majority of the engine work or engine takeoff done, so I'll let you guys watch this all next episode.
hopefully after I get the gaskets and the heads are cleaned, I'll have a new water pump and distributor. We'll see you then. I appreciate you for watching.